Okay, this is going to be a quick video just to talk about the idea of Pythagorean triples. And just as a side note, I don't say Pythagorean, I say Pythagorean. Just, I don't know, out of habit. So if you've gotten this far with the Pythagorean theorem, you realize that a lot of times there ends up being radicals. Like we saw that with our special right triangles, right? There's a radical 3 here. There's a radical 2. There's a radical 3 here. There's a radical 2 here, right? Very rarely do we end up with whole number values for all three sides. Well, here's a list of the first six, what we call Pythagorean triples, where side lengths of 3, 4, and 5, okay, will always result in a right triangle, right? Now, this is clearly not drawn to scale, but these numbers can be scaled up, meaning multiples of 3, 4, and 5 will also result in a right triangle. Okay, so multiply all of these numbers by 3, okay, and you can have a 9, 12, 15 right triangle. We triple all of these numbers, right? So I'm only putting this video out there right now just so that you have this is a finite list, right? And there's a ton more, but we don't need to get too big with these numbers. And in fact, once we get past this threshold, we don't see these very often, but we definitely see these and their multiples. So not only is there a 5, 12, 13 triple, there's a 10, 24, 26 Pythagorean triple. We just use each one of these as a multiple, right? And the reason we point this out is just to add more tools to the toolbox, right? So if you walk up to it, but if you're confronted with a problem where, let's say, this is 30 and this is 16, okay, if you recognize that these can be reduced to 15 and 8, right? If we divide both of those by 2, right? The triple here is 8, 15, 17. Keep in mind that the longest of the three numbers, or the biggest of the three numbers, has to be the hypotenuse. Okay. And if this is 8, 15, 17 is the triple, but this one's listed as 16 and 30, right? Double that number, and we would know that the hypotenuse has to be 34. So it's just a way to simplify and maybe take a little bit of a shortcut if we recognize these numbers, if your mental math is good with finding multiples of these. Okay, so definitely have these written down so you can refer to them if they ever show up in any of the problems that we're going to be doing.